economy left in the bank. And overall, if they had lost, they would have been forced to play an eco. With this, though, they secure not only a very good buy for the gun round, but they also secure a potential rebuy if they lose that gun round. And that's position where you can not only just afford the ops, but then even if you do lose the round itself, you still have somewhat of a rebuy available. It gives you better...
Side. That's what makes it such a good side to get a lot of rounds on. Because there's so many possibilities. Taking mid is their main objective. MHL, great shot onto xantares. Able to close down that mid hold, and well, next, does he peek window? Yes, he does, but LeMan takes him down. B bomb site is now under control, or at least partially, but Gruby takes down one more. tabseN.
Enough to afford themselves rifles, and xantares will be dropped the rifle by tabseN, so there's that. Maybe smooth
the assets to work against.
Yeah.
Still crossing over to the bomb site. Furlan inside of the smoke, straight down towards CT, and now Smooya has the chance to strike. He finds himself the first onto LeMan, looking for a second. Can't yet convert, but finally gets shut down. tabseN, though, beautiful shot, and it is all left onto MHL. He will take down xantares, but 10 seconds left on the bomb, and as soon as he goes for that plant, tabseN should be looking to deny it, and exactly so that he does. First round for Big.
Pit right now engaging. He finds one. Smooya and xantares, they'll return, and it seems like xantares is going to be up for more. He finds two already. And with MHL down, that's the end of the round. Sydney and Grubby, they've got a very difficult battle on mid. Grubby, he does take down next, or Gruby. Yeah, I'm not sure why he runs up short when Sydney's going back towards mid to help him out, right? You at least want to group up and maybe give yourself a fighting chance. But Tizian, dangerous.
Drafts in the support of Tizian to just hold from tunnels, and hold he will. A little bit shakily, though. They lose the B bomb site. That's not a good way to go about it. And look how close right now that Furlan is inside of mid. Just sat behind that smoke. Smooya misses. They line up. Oh my god. tabseN, last man alive, and
round both down. tabseN, 34 HP. Gonna take himself Lehman to go. Sydney
down towards short. Eagle in hand, but yeah, already forced back. Let's get one. But MHL there for the trade, and tabseN lowering towards CT. Molotov already burning him out. The man spots him, does take a dink to the head, so a teammate should come in and try and wrap up the kill eventually. But again, tabseN, there's the tap. Takes down MHL. Damage has now been done. Furlan, thankfully, to find themselves a trade in return. But again, the time is ticking. tabseN is still on Goose. They have to put a bomb plant down.
Next finds one more. Next finds a second. And Sydney in a 1-on-3. No chance. Tizian takes him out, and Big, without doubt. Here we go. It's a B commit. Lehman through the smoke. He's blinded out. Still gets one. Okay, there goes Tizian. The op is down. The rifle is down. Next car, he is only good for the one, and with B-side lost. Oh, there goes Furlan. Holy hella moly. Excamago.
Their point value is depreciated across HLTV. The VP, right?
Yep. They were pretty easily defeated.
And again, just showing what this big side all down to xantares here in this 4-on-3. And well, he's already been Molotov out of position. The spam comes, but no damage dealt.
And look at this. The drawback.
Oh my.
Gruby takes down B defense. That's it. All of a sudden, XCOM, they're making the run back towards B already. xantares still on site, but he can't do anything. MHL. Where there's a player on short. Furlan is waiting up until the very last few seconds. And here comes the engagement now. 4 players on the defense. Good nades. Gruby, low HP. And the start is perfect. tabseN double spray down. That's it. That's exactly what you love to see. Furlan, though, through short. There's the first. Picks up the op even. And he's going to now help with the hold, or at least the overwatch of sight. Sydney is ready for the peak as xantares is taken down. Next refrags. Sydney, what is this peak, though? This aggressiveness into CT almost cost him his life and potentially the round itself. MHL, though, he's in pit with the op. Sydney, 4 HP.
Yeah, and surely this is not retakeable whatsoever right now. Sydney, jumping shot. And it is all down to MHL. Spots the initial barrel. Has to try and get on the defuse, though, for the CT side. And MHL, he's going to keep on firing, but finally to be dispossessed.
And Big, there's no flank yet, nor is there an engagement. tabseN, though, like I said. Let's see. Next. That's enough. That's all he needed to do. 5-8.
Big. XCOM going to be pushing out onto the back of the B bomb site. LeMan, great first frag. Inside of the smoke, Smooya lines up the collat. Will trade his position out toward the doors, and Looking perfect so far for the big side now into a 3-on-3 with LeMan down to 13 points of health. Have to try and get that bomb transported across to the site, but a perfect boost out of Smooth. Gives the advantage straight.
The time is on their side still, and it's ticking fast and fast. Smooya though spots one, gets the frag, and it's all eyes on Lehman with 10 HP, well 13. It's not really going to be doable, and there is enough time to defuse if big, if you ask me, in this kind of position. As soon as he gets the first kill, that's all he needed to do. By the way, okay, no, for a second there it looked like xantares might be disconnected or something, but it's going to be a bit of a B push with the bomb. What the hell is going on right now? xantares, they push B with the bomb, yet one player in mid not really helping out. Or it's short. It's going to be in, and well, there it is, 7-8. Big. They salvage what they can out of the first half, and they make it, well, the best possible scenario they could have.
What a perfect way to sort of end the half, considering what it could have been for Ago. They could have been on easily double digits, but the fact that Big actually bring it back, finally we see Smooya waking up as well. It took him such a long time to kickstart that sort of AW. Now the rotate to come. Groovy locked off by all the smokes, and well, Big as they take over the bomb site. tabseN taking a fair bit of damage. The same though for these CT players. The man, good first shot, but again as that rotate comes through, XCOM have to be so careful. Jump shot from Furlan, but Smooth able to execute. LeMan and Groovy both incredibly low and into a 4-on-4.
And all of a sudden, the real party begins. The pistol round is going to be pretty vital. Well, it is pretty vital here for both sides. Big, they have themselves an excellent afterplant. As long as they hold on to their pants, it's all good. MHL double, though, still a 2v2. And Goose is going to be next waiting, but he doesn't stand the chance. And it all eyes on Tizian. The plant is so bad, actually, he can just hold it down. Nothing that Tizian can do at all. And the defuse is there. It's going to be 9 rounds to XCOM. Go, and
tabseN right there with the scope. That's always a dangerous angle to be taking. But as Ago move up toward, as Big move up toward the back of a long, Groovy, great first frag has to come through from a trade out of Tizian, but it's not going to matter. Smooya and Neeks into a 4-on-3, a 4-on-2, but how do they even come back from this right now?
Well, one way is to make sure that you do not lose the player on long. Unfortunately,
Smooya has the chance to try and catch his head off here, but Furlan,
certainly he knows the pop flash is coming through now. Here comes the engagement. And MHL, he's going to find the first nose. xantares refrags. That's a good start. At least Big will get the plant for short. And it's back to a 4-on-4 retake. 3 players through CT. Lehman holding long. And Tizian, does he go back towards long to try and flank across? Certainly he does. Yeah, he's definitely going to do that. He's so patient about it, so we can see this. tabseN finds Furlan, and that should be the end right here, right now for XCOM Go. This retake no longer successful, at least possibly even. Although Lehman finds one, Sydney to be taken down in the end. Tizian and xantares will clean house. They're not going to get into B site unless they're able to blind them somehow and eliminate their crossfire. Sydney, well, he's going to be caught next. Okay, double, that's enough. Back to a 3-on-2. And it is next that's going to be crossing to plant the bomb. Tizian holding from door, and some, what, Grubby can rely on being able to close out rounds for you. All of a sudden, that's it. I think Next gets the ace. He does. There's the ace clutch.
Wow, side there shifting all the way around. And surely Tizian, no, he's aware of it.
Wow.
That's a great bit of game sense. Yeah, as soon as he turns around, whether it was luck or not, he finds the info. LeMan able to return fire, but again, as they get that AK, damage to be done, back down to a 2-on-2. And my gosh, this is now winnable. They've dropped down towards B, but maybe they get caught. Spotted out the info, and that will send the player to go for the peak, potentially. MHL, he'll catch out the first.
Spotted xantares, no Kevlar, unfortunately. xantares going to go straight for the fight.
Smart.
Beautiful choice.
And MHL, all he has to do right now is sit back and waste the time. They have the rotate coming over from Groovy if needed.
Oh, MHL,
and now it's being called on MHL wide open, but Groovy, he'll find a double, keeps the man advantage.
He wanted to do there. And certainly could have gone about differently peeking that angle. But here we go. Tizian back to 2v2. And all of a sudden, it becomes evident the Big is going to have themselves a bit of a big barbecue. It's going to be Lehman left. He finds Smooya there. And he was quiet throughout the entirety of this first and almost second
time
half.
Coming, but finally he's here. And what can XCOM do to prevent it? A push down toward long, but nothing to come of it. Tizian.
One thing I'm wondering is, XCOM Go, Do they even decide to go for the retake of A if they lose it? Because in a 5-on-3, you usually don't do that kind of things. And xantares will be dropped. But A side has been lost for that trade, and Big will be perfectly happy with that kind of switcheroo. They will rebuy next, surely. So...
don't particularly look their best, and Big, for one of the first times in this entire T side, are actually committing a gun round to the B bomb site. It's been maybe a long time coming. Sydney dropped down to 54 already, and I doubt that he really survives. He gets a first, does damage to a second, but that's all he's going to be able to muster up this time. Big taking over the bomb site, and with Tizian holding down.
Big is, I guess. The chokes, the failures, the lack of finish, or therefore the lack of... And Sydney... spotted in window. Furlan, deep push into upper. He's gonna get himself one. It's gonna be teasing with a... well, actually, Tapson and tease into returns, and xantares one more. Still a 2v2. A site is open. They don't know this, or at least doesn't seem like they might be aware of this. Although lower, they hear Furry.
Oh, and they spot the last man as well.
Yeah, and they know where Sydney is. Ooh.
Not sure why Smoothie commits, but...
you know what? At this point, xantares... oh!
Yeah.
Oh my god, xantares! He's playing...
he's got a molly. Oh, yeah. What is... I don't know what Smoothie is trying.
A pistol on Tapson. And this opens a venue where... xantares could potentially actually find a victory. Tapson's already out. Nobody checks it. Furlan and Sydney will clear house. As Nex finds one, tags onto Furlan. Does a lot of damage. Where's the support? Where's the rotation? Grubby. So slow to help out his teammate. Doesn't matter though. Furlan still gets away with one more. Nex... how is he? Finally, he takes him down, but it's a little bit too late. Gives them a pretty distinct advantage.
Got a run boost over. See what they can bring to the table, but Groovy, he gets himself 3. MHL able to find one in return as well, even with the player of Neeks finding a frag, and yeah, MHL just locking it down all day long. USP in hand, and finally we'll get traded back. But not before that CT.
Big have never, well, I wouldn't say never seen, just it's very rarely seen at this kind of level of CS. Barely alive as the spray comes through the smoke, but it's Smoothie and
valuable save to carry over. Yes, they do have money in the bank, and Furlan might even go for a... Le Man is just lingering, just waiting for xantares. Dinks him down to 10, and surely he doesn't get out of this alive, and of course he doesn't. Why would he ever? First kill already given to xantares, and that's a great way to be going about it. Groovy on the edge of the smoke, trying to fight for his side. Might even go for the aggressive peek through that smoke, depending how the flashes come over. Damage done to MHL as well. 45 on the clock, though. Looking like bomb to be planted, and Big. 5-on-4 retake. This is going to be so difficult for them.
No matter what happens next, it's all coming down to this. 4 men alive. Nobody in Goose, actually. Smoothie finds himself one. CT, that's Furlan to fall. 4-on-4, and off on MHL. Gonna make things worse. Nix finds one. It's Grubby to refract Sydney with a double, though. I think that was a collateral or a lineup, at least, and it's Smoothie back to a 1-on-2. He's got the op. The plant is for him, and there's no smoke on the side of xantares. But Smoothie, he goes in close. He goes in personal. He's spotted. He's heard, and now without time to prevent the defuse.
He drafted into this squad as a star player, and to say that he's fairly quiet during this game. CNOT for a long time, because now it determines who buys those orcs and how regularly you can afford them. Money is such a strong game for this one, and well, it's already starting out huge. 3-for-1 trade, and Big already guaranteeing by what looks like it an early overtime advantage.
Yeah. A great start. We've been casting our leagues. You know, I would have preferred to see $10,000 over $6,000 any time of the day. $0 left for the last one. Double up, M4s, full utility, 4 kits, which is 1 too many, but it's okay. MH that way, xantares are going to be having a chance to tie the score. Taps.
They come through CT and short, leave the site majoritively wide open. Ruby, though, playing from inside of that smoke. See what angle he can take. Well, the answer is none. xantares tag low, but Nex, he has to be that man that is so dominant on this mid-hold. He has to start coming for a flank fairly soon, because right now the bomb is down. They have really no commitment. Bomb is now lost entirely. I'm not sure what Big are trying to do here. And as Furlan takes smoke, and he's not peaked, so
probably sell the A fake. I presume xantares is going to go in alone. Smoothie supporting too long. But Tapson, he's going to be caught or be catching Sydney. Furlan refrags, and he's... 4-on-3. A side still lost. No smoke to cover it though, and MHL finds one. Tizian refracts, Furlan falls. MHL the second. Lehman on short. Somehow it works out, and Tizian a 1-on-2. No chance. MHL 3K had 3 frags for Furlan though.
Yeah.
This guy.
A full commitment very quickly. I'm not too sure what Aga were trying to do here, but Smooya, he even turns around and still gets one of the kills. This now has to be a full commit out of Aga, and I don't think they'll have the means necessary for this, and of course they won't. Bomb is already in the hands of the T side, but they have to break onto the bomb site very quickly, and with the first already dead, Smooya wraps up the second. 17.
Yep. Tapson though, this peak on long was a bit of too much.
Oh my god!
Oh! Tizian, there it is. That's what you love to see in Sydney. 1-on-4, well, he might not be from the land.
Will be aware of this. Thankfully, Neeks is, and he spots out the first player. Has to try and retreat, though, and Furlan, he already shuts him down. Trade back, but into a 4-on-2, and I think we know where this ends.
Double overtime.
Seeming like it, yeah. This is now out of the hands of Big. Surely they've got defuse kits, but a single flashbang is all they've got left, and well, that'll be expended on their way into the site. And I doubt they really got to do anything to hold this. Tabson getting ready for the push. xantares will find one, but it's all wrapped up. xantares into the 1-on-2. Time is ticking though, and there's MHL to wrap it up. 18-18, and well, we continue. Double OT on the way.
Double OT coming up. Not come easy for one or the other side, but it is a very successful. Right, he is definitely, or he was definitely one of the most prominent players of 2017 to 18, and you know, he was once called the online god, the god that you couldn't defeat. And once he came on lands, he still proved to everybody he was damn good at it. In the end, yeah, he's been having a bit of a tough time, and hopefully they can get. Wait, what is this bomb drop? How did they? Like, what is XCOM doing right now? It's a 3-on-3. It's a B take, and Tizian's holding through car. Even what is this round right now? What is going on? I go.
Sort of 35 seconds, and the re-smoke might really start to harm them. The flash is good, but Tabson's better. Only gets the one, but again, the utility of Big is so good for slowing these players down.
Indeed it is. They've got 2 flashbangs left, though. That's going to be a bit of an issue if they wish to control long and sight on sight. It's Smooya. He's got the AWP. If he dies, that's A-side gone, and well, XCOM Ago. A 2-on-3. Retake for Big to come. Next. Oh, he pushes through, but Furlan is ready. Back to
site control again. Sort of Big playing it in the similar fashion that Ago do. They don't play on the site themselves. They coordinate their take from out to long and through CT. Smokes down towards short, and this is where Tabson has to show up. Flashbang over the top and still able to evade the Molotov, but again, they've already crossed without him really realizing. Site control to be established, and this is not a good way for Big to be playing around the site right here. 4-on-4 as that bomb is planted. Decent damage with the nades, but again, they need at least a trade back, and that's what Tizian will grab. Lemon to be shut down and at least giving them a little bit of a bite of the cherry. Why Smooya just hesitating, but doesn't matter as he finds 2. Rises to the criticism. Next there to finish in 20.
I'm kind of worried about XCOM. If I'm completely fair. Although Tabson, Tabson's dead. Okay, I guess that works. Demon will be refract.
Tizian. 13 points of health. It's essentially all relying on MHL and Sydney. Trying to go for maybe an early peek to distract the shot. But again, they're not even going to move a muscle there for the side of Big. xantares. Flashbang over the top, and it leaves them fully blind, but they line up. Furlan's still down to 7, and that should be the round already done. It's into a 1-on-2, and Sydney, last man, should not be winning this one.
No time.
Even with a kill onto Smoot. Round is gone, 21, and Big. It's been a long time coming, but one of these sides... Oh, my. Oh, my.
That's 20, I think. Oh, yep. MHL. Is that an ace? No, Furlan denied.
And Big, do they have the means necessary to take him down? He's been solid in this overtime so far.
We're about to find out. MHL finds 1. Lehman refracted immediately in pit, and all of a sudden, The gig is up. It's going to be big hitting A site. They've got a man coming through mid, though. That's going to be xantares again on the flank, or at least on the choke. And it's going to be xantares with one, but it's not enough. MHL caught taps. Their stamina might be running a little bit low. Tizian will be caught by Grubby. 1 on 3. Next. Well, he finds one, but that's it. The third over the smokes and the utilities to be flowing in. And here we go. It begins. xantares, alongside his teammate Tapson, will be pushing onto site, and he finds himself the first. That's going to be Grubby to fall. Okay, there we go. Tapson secondary. That's an important frag now. Relaxing moment for them, because with this victory of the Margo, they know this is going to be a long push, or at least now they realize that the first miss of MHL might cause the loss of Lemon. But no, he takes down 2 with it. What a way to open up the round, or at least to close out the round. It's going to be Grubby. But one more. Smuya pulls it back. 20 seconds though, and Tapson in a 1-on-2. 16 seconds. He can plant the bomb if nothing else. He's got that going for himself. Ooh, Furlan. Okay. Wiser than most. Will not allow himself to be caught. Grubby. Let's see how Tapson fights this. Pop flash high. Tapson peeks out wide, finds one, but the flank is there. As for xComago, well, I mean, kudos to them. They've done a beautiful job at maintaining. How they attempt this one now. Where's Furlan? The delay in the rotation, though, is a bit concerning. Tapson traps himself the return. At least a 4-on-4 is going to be happening here.
Big might win this.
Yeah, they certainly have the advantage with the rifles, right? And playing in after-plant positions that they are right now, it favors them heavily.
xantares, beautiful swing. MHL shut down. Tizian finds the one onto Furlan. Swing by xantares. Able to take it down, and Tabson's there on the flank. What is a single round advantage going into the CT side. Now, I don't think xComago will be aware of this, considering they've not done this in 46 rounds. I would have let MHL live in that position, but either way, xantares, this is the man that we've been wanting to see, finds the double. That's all he's going to get.
To be a little bit more dynamic with it. Every time he defends A, he's usually playing from car. And right now, the pop flash doesn't work out really. Grubby has been a bit too soon to push, or is a bit too fast to push, and it's going to be a free frag for Smuya. Relocating onto a bit of an off angle. The nade is not really going to do too much damage. And here we go. 2v4 retake of A side. xComago, can they prevent Big to go up to that map point once more? Or is it going to be actually the saving grace from Lehman and Sydney, putting XCOM back on track?
They just boosted Tabson onto the back of the site, and he has no idea. All down to Sydney. Right through the smoke onto Neeks, but again, the peak is there. 24 to 22 in Big. They now have 2 map.
Again, okay, Furlan. There goes one. It's going to be Tapson to return. Still going to be
rounds. Smuya, gap in the smoke, able to get out, but not for long. MHL.
Jesus.
Early damage. Leman to finish him off, and now Ares.
You got to be joking me, right?
Does absolutely nothing. Again, MHL. I'm already ticking. Molotov over the top, at least to force out the first, but Leman still running and good. Possible ways of winning this round are out of the window, but maybe
it's going to be a lot harder than anybody could even have imagined. xantares playing very open, very exposed. He is low HP already, down to 41. One bullet, he might as well be dead, although he's going to find the bomb carrier. There's the one. He goes for the right peak, not sure why, but Lehman refrags. Tapson holds the line. He's still going to be held by an MHL. Back to 3-on-2. And the bomb site is taken, the bomb planted, and Big now. They've got a man advantage onto an A retake. Surely they're going to be able to succeed in it. Taking their sweet time, though. Smuya on short. And next, and Tizian coming in through CT. Smuya. Just moving at the time that Grubby peeks.
No.
MHL finds one. MHL. No tag. No kills. Misses another shot. Uh-oh. Back to a 1-on-1. Now
no
Smuya.
kit for Smoo.
No time. That's it. That's the 5th overtime. Or that's the 4th overtime. Yeah. 4th overtime coming up. By the way, I think there was a kit on site.
There was.
To be fair, there should be success going to be. So there's 2 players there, and they're in a bit of a different position than what you're used to seeing. Furlan finds one, brings in refrags, but it doesn't last long. And like I said, they might find success. The 2 defenders were in a bit of a weird position for the crossfire or the hold itself. And it's going to be back to a 3-on-4 retake. Big. They've got xantares coming in through tunnels. Bomb yet to be planted. Big have to wait for the bomb to be planted. flank. There's no reason for them to push. Tapson gets a free frag, though. Grubby to fall. Oh, whew, MHL misses a shot. In tunnels, though, xantares pushes deep. The bomb goes. Both players entering through doors. And there it is. That's it. Tapson, no chance he wins, unfortunately. As much as he wants to try it. 25-20.
Next, having the crossfire support with Tizian. Not really a crossfire, but the positions supported well enough. Tizian, great first peek. Now has the support out of Nex. And what can Ago really do at this point? Tizian just ripping down a further player, and as they all go out singular, yeah. MHL.
Single file. Let's go.
Big. Flash out toward a long. Smoothie with the advantage. Does get tagged, forced to retreat, but Tabson's there for the support. Well, then able to trade one onto xantares, but Smoothie is there again.
Yeah.
Finding the 4-on-2 now, and it seems like Big may have the better energy moving into the latter rounds of these overtime scenarios. Great shot by MHL.
That is Spider-Man stuff almost. Batman stuff flying in, taking heads off. Tapson, Smoothie, and Tizian. What a
shot, though.
Reflex shot, yeah, what a flick thrown on the table. In any case, we're starting our second half.
Executing out toward that A-bomb site. This time through short instead of long. MHL reads it like a book. A little bit of a slow reaction out of Furlan. Perhaps unable to take him down and back into a 4-on-3. Retake going to be difficult. But again, with that man advantage that Ago have, could definitely not be out of the way, not be out of the reach. Is he going to be approaching very, very closely? Takes the first, and that forces Groovy to stay very safe. Smoothie onto that AWP. Flash is good. Has to keep his head down, though, and with short supported, Smoothie is there to take down the man. And now it's really starting to fail as it's all down to the man himself. And Big.
They were actually on the map point themselves instead. Big. Well, they find the entry. That's a good start. It all begins well. xantares opens it up as well. It gives them a fighting chance, perhaps. Finally, in pit, there's... Ooh, they didn't check pit. They didn't check pit at all.
Surely they've got to.
Well, if they don't, they might as well surrender now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Someone, please, just look in pit right now.
Look at Grubby. Oh. You know what I want to see? Grubby just walking out.
Walk up with them,
killing Smoothie.
Yep.
Yeah, and then killing everybody else as well. Let's see how it goes. Oh, look at the lineup. Look at the lineup. Oh, my God. Oh. Nobody turns around. Luckily, xantares, the aim is true, though, and it's going to be Tizian with one more. Jesus. Even with that kind of flank, it's still not enough, apparently, for Ago. Back to 2v2. The bomb going to be planted. MHL, the op, in his hands. A kit on Sydney.
xantares just goes to pit. There's no need for him right now to be...
Yeah, I was just about to say, right?
Because Long's now already been taken. Sydney on his way forward. Great shot by xantares.
1-on-1.
It's down to a 1-on-1. MHL up in hand, but as they go for the peak...
Oh, xantares.
We finally have a winner of this map. It is going to be big, and I don't think there's a lot more to be said about that. We'll be going straight into a bit of a break.